Good evening, and welcome to RockTruth Radio. I am your host, Selena K, and we thank you for joining us as we rock truth or absolutely nothing at all. We live in a society today where truth, even before our very eyes, is consistently questioned, criticized, and altered to fit a person's ideology of God's original intent for the kingdom and for mankind. We believe that the Bible, our kingdom constitution, is inspired, infallible, inerrant, and the final authority for all. Rock Truth Radio is founded on He who is the original point of reference for all things to come through eternity. Rock Truth Radio is a cross-cultural response to the economic climate and social crises of today. Rock Truth is designed to serve the physical need of fallen man while serving the spiritual need he didn't know he had that impacts, affects, and infects generationally. Rock Truth Radio seeks to inspire, enlighten, and highlight upcoming and established local kings and queens of character while promoting Black consciousness and awareness of who we are and to whom we belong. It is indeed a kingdom renaissance. Welcome, fellow truthers. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, how are we?
Oh. Well, hello.
There we are.
What happened to all? There we are, Rock Truth.
There we are.
Hello, guys. Hello and welcome. Do we have? Did you see Tamoyes was in the background for a second?
She was. We also got Miss Julie here too. So
yes, she's here early for sound check, so I wanted her to be here ahead of the game. But definitely welcome, guys. How's everybody's day?
So far,
beautiful,
great.
Like the day.
Yes, it is. We have a full impact show today. Thank you so much, Will. I like the angles. That's pretty decent. Thank you for actually doing work back there, even though you always just look like you're doing. We're getting a little bit.
All right.
No cheating.
It's all right. It's all right. I know things.
And there goes Will.
Okay. Let's now then be serious. Fine. You want to go and be petty.
Just saying.
We have a special guest with us today. We have Miss Catish Toney, one from Gary, Indiana, two, also the founder and CEO of Coats. I love it. How are you today, Miss Catish?
I'm doing wonderful. How you guys doing?
Man, we're amazing.
Good. Me too.
Yeah. So definitely, we want to like kind of jump right back into this interview because we do have a full show today. I would like if you could, one, just introduce yourself. Tell us where you are from, what your organization stands for, and the premise why. What made you come up with this? What did you see was a need in our community?
Sure. Again, my name is Catish Toney, and I am the founder and CEO of Coats Inc. Coats Inc. Is a brainchild, a birth child of mine. It is actually stands for creating opportunities for all to excel successfully. This actually is my last name as well, my maiden name. I'm married now, so my last name is Toney. But I wanted to continue to keep the legacy of my last name. So I wanted to kind of think through how I can utilize that name to still do what it is that I want to do, which is serving youth in our community. So again, I'm from Gary, Indiana. I stand up. And I come from an area where it was hard for us. It was hard for us growing up. We didn't have a lot of opportunities. Our school systems were not the best. So going off to do something better in terms of college and career was not always there for us. We didn't have a lot of people advocating for our success. They were just pretty much telling us we can do, a regular 9-to-5 job, work at McDonald's, whatever, Walmart, things like that. And I just figured once I went off to college, I went to IU Bloomington. So I'm a Hoosier stand up as well. I went there and it changed my life because before I went to college, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I didn't have a set plan ahead of me. My parents set me up for success to know, you got to go do something. But the idea of college and career and the ways to get there, like some people are able to get, I wasn't able to get. So once I got to college, I said, well, when I graduate, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do something. I'm going to make an impact on people who didn't have someone like me. So I wanted to make sure I was able to do for others what somebody could have done for me.
Come on.
So when I started working in the high schools, I excelled at that. I did a great job. I started working at a couple of charter schools within the city of Gary. And I did a lot of work on dual credit, making sure that students were able to graduate with some college credit or some to graduate with their associate's degree before they graduate high school. That's something that I loved, that I enjoyed. And I wanted to make sure that I continue to get students who were not just the high achieving kids who can get their associate's degree, but what do we do for the other kids who are about 40% of students in every graduating class that don't go to school?
Come on.
So what do they get? So there's 40% of students just graduating and not knowing what they're going to do. You got those 60% that go, and in terms of retention, they don't always stay. So my nonprofit came from one, ensuring that I catch those other 40% because there's counselors who do a great job, but you can't do it for everybody. So how can I attach myself to high schools and also provide additional counseling support, additional college and career support so we can hit that 40% who may not have listened, may not, you tell a kid one thing, they might not listen to you. You have to get to a point where sometimes you have to hear it multiple times. So my program works with high school students, but it also works with what I consider risers. So those are the students that I graduated high school. I might not have listened and done what I was supposed to do. I might have had a baby. I might have went to college and it didn't work out. But now I'm at a point where I went 2 years and now I'm like, okay, 9-to-5 is not for me. I want to go to college or I want to go to careers. How do I get there? A lot of people think that student is going to know where they need to go. They don't. They're still only 19 or 20, or 21. Sometimes you get 30-year-olds. Know what they want to do. And so my program is specifically for, I'm trying to catch them early, but I also will catch you where you are. In terms of just that reality of people don't move when you want them to move. So when they are ready to move, who's going to help them? So that's what my organization is about.
I love that. I love that.
Yes.
It's, you know what? Go ahead, Miss Tanya. You excited, girl? I want you to go ahead. You jump in.
I am. Look at my hands. There they go. Okay, so
and here we go.
Yes, come on. I am excited. I am very, very excited about what she does and what she's brought to the table. Simply because I do experience that 40% all the time on a regular basis. And I said this even before that. We can't be all things to all kids all the time. And this is an all hands on deck situation. This is not just we'll leave it to the guidance counselors or we'll leave it to the school. This is, we need more help. We need more people who are committed to working with our youth. So I love it. Yes, I am excited. Yes.
Yeah, and I would say, you see these students where I get passionate about it when I start talking. I'm serious about what I'm talking about. I've lost a lot of friends, and Ivo can attest to that. People who, if they had somebody who could have told them to go to college or go to the careers, they wouldn't have been in the streets. Yeah, and they wouldn't have been to the point where they'd have lost their life. They'd be in jail. I've seen too many of them. Experienced it personally. I've been shot myself. Like where you're out in these streets and this is what you know. There's nowhere else to go. You know, like, where do you go? So like, and that's a part of the program that I'm trying to do. This is my big vision, is to have a location that I bring back to my city, where I can revamp a building, because we got plenty of abandoned buildings in our neighborhood. Where we can revamp a building that kids can come here even at the early age and just get some support, have some positive mentors. And that's where that engagement with the community and the partnership come into play, because it can't just be me either. You know, I need a team of people working with me to make sure that we can make a difference in these kids early, because I've seen it. I've experienced it. I've experienced friends, boyfriends, things like that dying. You know, over 15 people I can name that's gone. Yeah. You know, before 22, 23, they're gone. Just because they was in the streets and didn't know what else to do. There's other things to do, and other people don't experience that. Yeah. That's not normal. You know, like when you grow up from Gary, you think that's normal. It's not. Right. When I was in college, people was like, I don't have any friends that got shot or in jail. Like, I was like, you don't? You know, you don't?
I've had that conversation.
You need to be able to get that. Yeah. It's necessary.
It's definitely a necessity to have the outlets that you provide, because it's horrible that for us that is a normal, right? And like we had the guest on last week, it creates a PTSD for these students, and it actually puts them into the mental mind state that they have nothing else to do but to be in the streets. Yeah, but this is a very good way for them to see that somebody does care about them, because that'd be the first thing, to know that somebody care enough about you to go that extra mile. Right. You understand? So yeah, I can understand that. Oh, I'm with it, man. She doing the thing.
She's doing the Skadooly Walk. Is that
what I love is the part where you're talking about, you know, meeting them where they are. You know, understanding that everybody is case by case. Everybody is case specific. Everybody is. I don't care if they have IEP or not. They still have an IEP. Everybody learns differently, and understanding that really totally changes our curriculum. And that kind of goes back to when we did our interview with you, Miss Tanya. Like it's time that we have an opportunity to revamp our entire curriculum that serves the benefit of our children properly. You know, that's teaching the proper education for them. This, that, and the other. Go ahead, Will.
Real quick, just for our radio listeners, what's what'd you say? IUP?
IEP.
Oh, IEP.
Okay, just in case they don't know. You know, okay. I'm just asking for a friend.
No, it's okay. No, you're right. I'm sorry. No, it's an individual education plan. So pretty much it's another, again, case specific. It's a plan based on this particular child's needs and how they need to learn, different modifications for testing, things like that, to help them excel in their way. That's everybody. That's everybody.
And you got to meet everybody where they are.
Yeah. I meet everybody.
It's been times where it's a funny story. I had a friend that I grew up with, and her daughter was at the school I was at the time. She was graduating. She hadn't finished her FAFSA. I saw her in the club. I said, girl, you know your daughter ain't doing FAFSA yet. We need to get that done. She was like, Katisha, like, we're in the club. I said, so what? She got to get her FAFSA done. I'm going to call you on Monday. I'm like, we gotta get this going. We gotta get, and she was over my house maybe like a couple of weeks ago. She's like, I remember when you did that. I was like, we gotta get her FAFSA done. Is she going to school? I don't care. Meet me at the club, meet me at the street, wherever we gotta meet. Let's get it done.
Meet them where they at.
As funny as that may sound, for the clubbers, these are conversations to have when you're in a relaxed position or a situation. You know, you're in the club, man, I got to do something about this kid, man. I don't know. You can help me with a FAFSA? Instead of sitting around gossiping about everybody, why not actually do something comforting? So you can go back home like, man, I just met this girl last night. She finna help me with the FAFSA for you, boy.
Come on. You gotta say how life would be, how life would totally be if that was the way gossip actually went. Like, I'm here to help. We're gonna spread help.
Right. See, we all have a tendency to think that we have to be in a specific place at a specific time talking about particular things. Oh, if this is your life and life matters, Anywhere, anytime, any place.
Y'all sound like the Bible right about now. Y'all sound like Jesus Christ talking. That's something that Jesus did, right?
Yeah. Right?
He met the woman at the well.
Come on. Not at the synagogue.
He met Saul on the Damascus Road.
Not at the synagogue.
Right. Not at the church.
Not at the church. Building. I'm sorry. He met him at the church.
Yeah, he met him at the church. Now it's a building. Right.
Talk about it.
Yes.
Gotta meet him where they at, man. Gotta meet him where they at.
Yes, we do. We do. But I'm sorry, what was you gonna say, Alba?
I was gonna say, well, it sounds like Miss Catish is on the right track.
Oh, yeah.
If she meet them in all those different places. Meeting them in those different places. You know, if you wanna, you know, people wait to catch somebody coming out to grocery stores. They catch them up at the schools.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Let me go backwards because I was figuring off my point. Hobos or nomads catch people at the gas stations and the grocery stores to get money from them.
Come on and teach now.
You will have different colleges that come to the football field or the basketball court to get you, to recruit you, right? Now let's imagine them folk catch you any and everywhere. They come to your church or they come right to your front door, or you know, people start doing that. But see, when it's about education, then folk think, oh, well, don't come talk that school stuff to me while I'm over here or while I'm over there or while I'm here. Or while I'm... Well, why not?
Right.
Why not?
Tell me why not?
Come on.
Why not?
Yeah.
I'm saying, and I love it. I love the fact that, again, in just the unfamiliar places, that's exactly where he sends us and where we're supposed to go. Like, no, I see you at the club fast spot in the morning.
Call me. You got my number.
Right. I know what you're
that's
saying.
what's up. But I tell you one thing, I would have never thought.
I see the kids at Walmart. I see them at Walmart.
I don't blame you.
Right. They doing like this.
Right.
Oh, shit. No, hey, stop. Where you at? It's okay. It's okay if you ain't finished. You know, we can still talk about it.
Yeah,
I'm right here. I can still help you. I'm still helping kids right now. They graduated in 2016.
Right. Who you telling?
Still calling me saying, hey, can you help me with this? Absolutely.
Yeah. You take on that role. It's for life.
You know what I realized, because when my little stint at the Boys and Girls Club, that the kids would often talk to me at the club, but they wouldn't talk to me outside of the club. And I started asking myself, hey, you saw me the other day at the grocery store. Why you didn't say hi? And it was like, well, you know, you missed the joiner. You know, I don't want to embarrass you. I'm like, I'm not about to be embarrassed. If anything, you should be concerned. I'm about to tell your mama what you did.
Right.
I want to highlight. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
No, I'm done. Go ahead. What you want to highlight?
Okay, King. No, I wanted to highlight our Facebook viewer. I want to so don't do the count. Don't do the count on me. Don't do the count on me.
Hey, hold on, Queen, before you go into that. We just want to let all our listeners know that the radio lines are open. Just as well as Jesus is on the main line, you can call in to talk on 747-24-TRUTH. That's TRUTH.
It never fails.
747-24-TRUTH.
Yes. And I want to thank our Facebook user, Tamila Barksdale from Gary, Indiana, for commenting. And if you have a comment or a question, feel free.
All right, we're gonna keep that thing RockTruth. Where's the truth or nothing at all?
Hey, that's the smoothest transition ever. You
know, hey, okay, we got to be there or be square.
I love it.
Okay.
They might want to talk to Miss. They might want to talk to Miss Toney. So you know, they might want questions. You know,
that's right.
Yes, I agree with Tamila. She's saying that you know,
let's talk about it.
Our children, and we do, and that's going back to our last topic. What are we handing down? What are we investing? What wealth are we passing down? And that's just not Thanksgiving Day recipes and traditions. It is. It is more what mentalities, what lifestyles, what cultures, what, like, this is the stuff that's really damaging and poison. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I do want to get into you had a picture that you posted on your website, which was intriguing to me. And I would really love if you could explain the picture to us in reference to equality, equity, and reality.
So I'm trying to remember. Are you talking about the picture when they're stacked on books?
Yeah, he's gonna post it. He's about to pull it up right now and give it to us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yep.
So with this picture, it talks about the reality. So let's look to that far right picture there. Or you change it, but I hate to say it, but let's talk about minorities. Right? We're in a place where we're there right now. Minorities or people who are very privileged with a lot of money. Let's just say that. I'm talking about specifically Gary, Indiana students. This is the reality. They're way down here. When they get ready to go off to college, say when I went to Bloomington, I had no idea how to study. I was not prepared academically. I wasn't prepared about financial literacy, any of those things. So these people were so much of a step ahead of me that I had to climb those boxes to get to being successful, right?
Right.
So the equity is talking about, let's add those boxes under somebody like myself. Let's take a couple of those down. Let's all be in the same area to make sure that I'm prepared when I go off to school. Making sure that I have someone I can talk to get me to where I need to be in terms of college and career or whatever it is that I want to do, whatever is considered to be successful. And that equality piece is the same thing. We're all equals. We should all be able to get the same types of quality. And I'm speaking specifically on education, college, and career because that's what I know. But honestly, I'm in the econ graduate classes the same way. This is health. This could be health, like things like that. It's everything. We are down here. Unfortunately, we are here. And everybody else is here. How do we level that playing field? And when I saw that picture, it just really sat well with me because that's the key of my mission. Creating equity within college and career for underserved communities and students.
I love that.
So I want to make sure that I can give them whatever I can. And if I can't give it, that's where I go into that engagement and that partnership. I need to bring people in. Who's good at financial literacy? I'm going to bring you in because I might not know it all. Who's good at making sure that we build these kids into entrepreneurship? If I don't know it all, then I'm going to bring a list of other entrepreneurs in so that we can equip them to be level. Yeah. Even in terms of when they're getting ready to go off to college. I'm going to need you to get a math readiness and an English readiness. The same thing I did. I had an off to college workshop over the summer. I brought someone in who did math and I someone who did English. I want you to get a quick mini session. It's better than what you had at first.
Come on.
I want to get you to the point where you're able to get to where everybody else is. And stop leaving us down here. We need to be put up. Yeah. And how do we do that? We gotta, like I say, sometimes you're going to climb up there because I did. Yeah. I graduated. I finished it. I might not have had the highest GPA, but I didn't quit.
Right.
So it's about making sure you have grit. So it's about instilling grit within students as well, making sure that they can climb that box if they have to. Yeah. Don't give up. Don't be afraid to ask. Absolutely. Don't be afraid. A lot of kids are afraid to ask.
Yep, they are.
It's about
you're right about
self-advocacy.
Yes.
Self-advocacy. Yeah. That's one of the biggest things I will push. I will have students come in my office. Oh, I need to call the college. And I will put them on speakerphone. Go ahead, call. They're like, but you ain't going to call? No. Because when you go to college, you got to do this on your own.
Yeah.
So next time you'll know, okay, I remember Miss Toney just made me do that. Do it next time. Don't be afraid. So it's building up those skills that you need that you didn't have that we're not getting right now. It's a lot of stuff, especially charter schools. They don't have home ec. They don't have anything that's preparing them to how do you make a meal if you only got $10 at your house and maybe your mother don't get no money. How do you build a meal out of that? So y'all let's get all of that together and mix it in one so that you can be on the level playing field with everybody else who's out there.
Yeah.
So that's what that picture means to me, just getting our kids to where we can be equals.
Amen.
Successful.
Yes.
So let me ask you a question. How involved for the younger children do you suggest for the parents to be, and the parents that are involved, what positions do you have them in, like, and how do you work with them, as far as like a standard operating procedure or something to go by to work with the kids?
So I like to do a lot of workshops. So when it comes to FAFSA, I'm doing a workshop. So let me answer that first. Parents need to be involved because I can give them all the stuff they need. And I've seen this happen. I can get them prepared. I can have them do FAFSA, or I can get them to the point where I need them to do FAFSA, but their parent has to do the FAFSA. They have to be vested in FAFSA. I can get them accepted to a college, but their parents have to get them there. Their parents have to understand where they're going. Because I've had parents that stopped there, didn't do the FAFSA for their kids. I've had a student 3.9 GPA. She could not go to college because her mother would not do the FAFSA because she didn't want the people all in her business.
Yep.
And I'm like, so I need you to be here at this workshop. So when I talk about FAFSA, why it's important, no, they're not going to stop you from getting your food stamps or whatever it is. You know, like they're not going to be all in your business. They have to be so your child can go to school. So I need them to be as involved as possible or be open enough to allow me to support them. Because I've had families that will give me their FAFSA and say, okay, I don't want to do the FAFSA. Can you do it for? Yes.
Right.
Send me your taxes. So they give let me be all in their business to finish their taxes and their FAFSA. But you know what? I didn't care. I want to get it done. Right. So I will sit there, just bring it to the school. I've had people come to my house. Just come to my house and sit down. We'll work it out.
Yeah. I know that's right.
You need to be either involved or allowing someone to support you. And that's necessary. And I would say in terms of contact, I have students that I meet with every 2 weeks. I have students I meet with once a month. It just depends on how into it they are, how much they know. You have some kids who already know what they want to do. They just need the additional support. And then you have some who like, I want to go, but I really don't know what to do. And I need help with my essay. I need help with my FAFSA. I need help with picking colleges. When it comes into coaching sessions, it really just depends on, how to meet them there.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I want to definitely squeeze in what Ms. Tamila is saying. She says that she believes a lot of children have no clue what is available to them or where to start. She didn't know what college to go to until she was 28 and didn't know anything about it until she picked up the phone and asked questions, just like you were saying, Ms. Toney. So this is a great thing that you guys are doing, bringing about awareness. I love that. I love that. Guys, we're actually going to end the segment here and jump into another segment. Ms. Toney, we will definitely bring you right back on in to our show. We do have a new segment of our show, which we are in partnership with Miss Carolyn Wilson, who is trying to get onto the line. However, I'm not sure what is preventing her at this particular time, but I'm not exactly sure. But let me see. I'm going to try to get her to call in for us. Give me just a second, and then we'll go into our segment. But this is a portion of our show where we're calling it I Will Rock My Truth. Let me tell her to call in. Call in 747-747-24 Truth. All right, so while we wait for her to give us a call in, we're going to go ahead and talk to our highlight of the week. So what we're doing in our group, which is our 30-day challenge with Miss Carolyn Wilson Fierce and Fabulous Challenge, we are highlighting one person every week who is actively involved in participating in the group, who desires to bring about a change this month and ultimate lifestyle change for the rest of their lives. And so this week we have Miss Julie Schwarter. I'm sorry, I can't say it right. Schwarter.
Yes.
Schwarter.
Yes. Okay. I'm a girl with names.
Like peanuts.
Like peanuts? Sure. Yeah. Oh, from
Schwarter.
What's the name? Y'all know what you're talking about. Schwarter. What's the name? Yep. I know them.
Yeah. There goes Will.
Don't start. Hey. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. There go Miss Carolyn. Okay, yeah. Hold on. Let me get her in here, guys. Let me get her in. How long she calling in?
So, Miss Julie, is it Miss Schwarter?
Yes.
Schwarter.
Like Ricky Schwarter.
Yes.
Yes, and Peanuts, okay. the Charlie Brown. There we go. Right. Okay. Let me see if we got a Miss Carolyn. Hey, Miss Carolyn, how are you?
Hey, Miss Selena, I'm doing well. There's some technical difficulties over here, but where there's a will, there's a way. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Absolutely.
It sounds like you in the back.
You do a little bit.
She sounds like she in the back of the warehouse, like just gone.
Just gone.
Yeah, man.
Well, Miss Carolyn, we were definitely just talking about the group. If you can just let us know a little bit more about the group and the challenge, and then we'll get into our interview with Miss Julie in reference to her commitment level to the 30-day challenge.
Oh, yes, awesome. Yes. I didn't even get to hear what you guys were saying. So I'll repeat it, but listen, this challenge accepted. That's what we say, #challenge accepted.
Yes.
This is the 30-day, first and foremost, it's the Fierce and Fearless weight loss challenge. Mm-hmm. Because in order to get in this journey to change, you know, to get on the journey to lose weight. You have to get to a place of being fierce and most definitely fearless. Oh, now my camera comes up. And fearless within this challenge. And I'm just super, super excited about the way everything has manifested within this challenge. People have been asking me, you know, like, how have you lost this weight? I've lost a total of 70 pounds in a period of like 9 to 10 months.
Right.
And instead of me going one-to-one to each person, I said, you know what? I'm just going to, you know, share this with everybody. And I started this challenge, and people have been jumping on board from all over the world. I mean, all over the world. It's just super duper dope. So that's just where we're at with this. So.
Okay. So I think we have you. We have you in a group. You're connected. So we're gonna disconnect the call and bring you in. Hold on.
Kill my ears. Killing my ears.
Once again, there goes you.
Hey, the sensitivity just went all the way up.
I know. I'm sorry. I know. When I was like, oops, I hear the echo.
Man.
How y'all doing?
All right.
All right.
Welcome. Well, yes. So we have Miss Julie. She was the most active in our group this week in reference to answering the questions honestly rocking her truth. So at this moment, Miss Julie, I want you to introduce yourself. Tell us where you are in the world, and tell us, where did you see yourself last week in reference to seeing yourself after the first week, getting the first week down of the challenge?
Sure. I'm Julie, and I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma, at the heart of America. And I guess met Carolyn virtually on a Tony Robbins challenge, and I was really impressed by her weight loss journey. And I just loved her vibe. She's so positive, and I just really felt a connection. So when she did this weight loss challenge, I jumped in right away.
Yeah.
She's been really motivational to me to really have me examine myself, my thoughts, my mindset. And I think the biggest change for me in this 7 days was completely having a new attitude about myself.
Oh yeah. I love that. So then, so what would you say is a reason that led to you becoming overweight?
I would say probably the biggest reason was I became an empty nester. And I was very active with my kids, going to soccer games, going to church, going all over. And I was alone. And I felt sorry for myself. And I started not taking good care of myself. And I became very inactive and just quit caring.
Wow. Yeah.
And that's the reason that Carolyn's questions really helped me this week. It really helped me identify why and stop feeling guilty about it and stop beating myself up.
Yeah. You teaching, sis. Let me ask you, because we're pretty much going through her questions for the week. And these questions are really challenging. Like, she wrote them so that you could take an honest look at you and understand why it is that you do the things that you do, or that
I have lots of notes. I'm working it. I'm working it.
Okay, so then why this time? Why do you want to lose weight this time?
I am coming up on 60.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I feel like, you know, when you look at your span of your lifetime, I'm entering the last third of my life. And I can either continue on the path I'm on and probably suffer health consequences, be unhappy, be uncomfortable, or I can make a decision that I have a new future. I can divorce my old thoughts and embrace new thoughts.
Yes. I love that. So, we know when you've already pretty much started. So where are you in terms of, and this is one of the questions I like, where are you in terms of your relationship with food?
You know, I'm a late night snacker.
You be like that. You be like that, creeper.
Admit to that, right?
And I'll be super honest.
Yeah.
You know, I can go all day and then eat all night.
Wow.
So it's a habit. It's completely a habit, and it's a mindset. And I've really changed. I used to never eat breakfast. I'll get up and have a little breakfast, have something good for lunch. I'm going to, this coming week, I'm going to try the intermittent fasting. So I'm excited for that.
Okay. What would that totally involve for you, the intermittent fasting?
I think I'm going to try what Carolyn does, which is the 11 to 7. The evenings will be tough for me, but I've decided that that's when I need to really focus on my activity.
Okay. That's what's up. I Miss Carolyn, is there anything that you want to say in reference to her growth, her progress just in 1 week of this challenge?
I am just so, first and foremost, and this is like, Julie, we had a conversation earlier today because she was like this. And I said, don't worry. I said, I'll be here with you. Like, this is what the whole group is about. It's about supporting each other, holding each other accountable, and keeping each other's back. Right. Yeah. So I'm just so, first and foremost, just proud that she took the challenge. She first and saw something, she saw something, and something spoke with her within me. But that's because this is her time. Right. And that's for everyone who's part of this journey. There's something that resonated. Like, I'm just a vessel at this point. Right. I'm just a vessel to get everyone together, and we're all supposed to work in this together. Since team is, together, everyone achieves more. And okay, I have to stop for 1 second because I'm just getting messages saying that no one can hear us. So I don't know what was touched, but no one can hear what we're saying other than us.
Right now,
yeah. Bev just, I'm sorry, I was trying to text it.
Oh, it's okay. Are you saying okay? It's okay. We just keep going. We're still,
all right.
on Facebook.
I know on YouTube they can, but on the radio they can't.
On the radio, we're okay. Let me go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. But in any event,
I'll try to do a stop and come back. Okay.
All right. So in the meantime, so like I said, for what people within them, they know what's needed, right? And maybe there's just that little bit of the fire is still there. Mm-hmm. It's not blown out. We may think that it's blown out, but it's just a little speck. And if this is taking something to kind of just go and ignite it, put a little bit of lighter fluid on it just to get it going a little bit, then it gets going. And see, now the rest of it is up to you, the individual, to put the oxygen to it, to give to allow this flame and this to just continue to just grow within themselves. And that's what this group is about. So for Julie to have, her light was never dimmed, even though she identified as being in this last portion of her life, which is the best part, right? Save the best for last.
That's right.
So, and I can relate to that because I turned 50 and I said, listen, my first 50 years I had no control over that. And so guess what? I'm about to control the next 50, God willing. So, that spark is there. So for her to be able to recognize and say, you know what, it's my time. And it's been her time for some while. And now is the time to say, you know what, I'm going to answer the call. So first and foremost to Julie and for everyone else who just said yes. That's the beginning by just saying, and I know that's a hard yes to have to take, but you have to at least get to that yes. That's the beginning of that flame starting to get a little bit bigger. And now the more you put into it, you start believing in it, and just do it, just try it. I know it's hard. Everyone sees, the transition, the journey. I've lost 70 pounds.
Yeah.
And but it took a minute. But here's the thing. It took a minute to get it on too, right?
Come on the team, yeah.
But like I said, and I said in a group, and I continuously say, I've lost 70 pounds, not in terms of pounds as in weight, like something that's heavy,
right?
But terms in weight that's heavy.
Right.
So, and what I mean by that is the weight that the burdens I no longer wish to carry, the burdens of depression, the burdens of overeating, the burdens of being sick, the burdens of, not having enough money for whatever, so just life issues, right?
Yeah.
Curveballs that are constantly throwing at us and hitting us upside our head and knocking us down. And we have to learn to continue to get up. We have to learn to continue to just say yes. We can't continue to just stay there. And then what happens? We stay there, we get comfortable. We get so comfortable. And then we don't even recognize ourselves any longer because we're so comfortable. And we can see someone else, we can see someone's winning, we can see somebody else thriving, and we can see ourselves in them, and then we don't like it because we know that should be us.
Come on and teach.
Now we have to look at it with different lenses and say, you know what, that is me.
Teach,
that is me. Don't look at them in envy. Look at them and say, that is me.
Come on, sis.
You know what I mean? So for to get to that level and to get to that point to say, you know what, I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't know what it is about this woman that I'm seeing. I don't know what it is speaking to my spirit, but I feel like I need to just take this chance. I think I need to just go for it. And that goes to every single 50, because there's 50 people. Because people ask me, and I just decided to say, you know what? I'm just going to open up this to everybody because I can't be there for everybody, but I know we can all be there for each other. I'm just one person. I'm just one person on one little speck on the corner of the globe in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's where I'm at. And so now to this day, now mind you, it's not 50,000. I'm not Tony Robbins yet. Name it and claim it. Come on. What I'm saying is that today, as of today, there's 50 people. 50 people joined this group because they all were in a point. And it's not because of me. I mean, because I opened it up. However, there was some criteria to come and something spoke to them, like it did to Julie. When the average of the group, and this is what really my heart and why Miss Selena and I, we kind of like, okay, we gotta do some things, and we gotta do some things, right? We got some things to do. When overall, this just saddened my heart. The overall average that people wanted to lose was 50 pounds. The overall average of how long this weight has been on has been too long.
Come on.
Yeah.
The answers were too long. The answers were 30 years, 20 years.
Wow.
I mean, so that, the answers were real. So now when I see, so that means they were crying out because they answered. Even when they didn't answer, they're crying out because they're not owning their truth.
Come on, teach
so just by them being there, I'm applauding them for being there. And in time, you'll get the courage. I know they're just sitting back watching. I know.
Come on.
They want to come. And that's okay. That's why we started it all over. Because I'm okay, all right, where we at? And then they're waiting for more. But I said, we could lose up to 10 pounds this month. But the key word is up to.
Right.
Up to you.
Yeah.
Teach this. Teach this.
The ingredients for this cake.
Yeah.
But you have to mix it together. You have to put it in that oven. You got to add your extra little flavor to it, right?
Yes.
Right. Yes.
You. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be Julie's weight loss challenge, her journey. At the end of the day, it's going to be Selena's weight loss challenge. At the end of the day, you follow what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
Yes.
So why not make it today? I'm providing the space. I'm providing the community, right? The worldwide community. So it's not just your somebody who's just in this one space. And see, and I know there's a power in this community. And I can tell you, Tony Robbins has this group. That's where Julie and I met, because I had to ask her, where did we meet again? Right, where did we meet again? But I'm okay with that. Like I was just telling us, I love this space that we're in. Corona. What? Like, man, this has been my best friend. Let me tell you, I literally like within the past week, I've had conversations literally like I'm doing with you, live interaction with individuals, my new friends from New Zealand, from from Australia, from New England.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, from all over. Like we have people from all over the world.
I'd like to say something about Carolyn real quick. I think, life's journey is supposed to be about growing and giving. And sometimes we're in the season of growing and sometimes we're in the season of giving. And I appreciate that she is in a season of giving so I can grow.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Right.
I love that. I want to definitely thank you both. I wish right now she's having technical difficulties. I want to definitely thank you both for being on the show, sharing your story, having the courage, Miss Julie, to share your story and rock your truth. I know for a fact you've helped so many people because again, our journey is universal. Like everything we all are going through, we're going through it together. And I love that. I love everything we have represented today. Thank you so much, sis. God bless you. Go ahead.
I have a question for Miss Julie before she leave. Hold on.
Okay.
I want to interact with Miss Julie. Miss Schwarter.
This is the Grand Duke, Miss Julie.
Bring it on, Grand Duke. What you got?
Miss Schwarter. I have actually a 2-part question for you because I want to make sure I heard you right. Did you say you turned 60?
That's coming around the corner.
Okay, that's part 1. Part 2 is where?
I'm not
60 where? Wait a minute, hold on.
From the neck down.
Yeah, let's
60 where? I have to applaud you though. You definitely have been taking care of yourself.
Right.
I use good products. I use good products.
Okay, because woo, but she said 60. I'm like, where?
Right. Me too. I'm like, what?
Oh, I know a couple 60-year-olds.
Right.
Thank you so much. Thank
you guys have been great. So much fun. I so appreciate it.
Thank
good
Thank you, sis.
I'll be seeing you in the weight loss group, and
yes, ma'am.
We're gonna do it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we will. I'll be there, encouraging you while you're encouraging me, sis.
Okay, we got it.
Yes, ma'am. Blessings, Queen. Thank you. All right. That was such an awesome segment. I love that.
Yeah, that was.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty dope. I love what it is she's doing and how she's what Will?
Whatever you did to your camera,
what?
Perfect. Your camera is
yeah.
At first, you was looking like a cyborg. At first, you was straight out of some other. What is that? What are you doing right now?
I was about to email her some lotion because the screen was looking a little ashy.
I cannot.
What's going on, Ashley? And that thing in full HD now.
I mean, what did you do?
Perfect.
What button did you push?
Look at her.
Hey, this something you don't know. This something you don't know. She will push a button and everything will go wrong. Everything.
Wow.
But then she's a button pusher. She touched. Look at her. Are you trying to ignore us? Are you? Oh yeah, that's what we're doing right now. The host of the show is gonna do all the dancing.
It's about that time, y'all.
It is.
Like what? That we rock truth are absolutely nothing at all.
I'm turning my camera off.
There goes Will.
Where your fingers at?
My fingers.
Ah. You supposed to do the.
Boy, I tell you.
Yes, it is about that time that we rock truth. Oh my gosh, I think we have a caller. We have a caller. I think Miss Carolyn coming back. Let me see. Hi, Miss Carolyn, is this you? You coming back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It's okay. It was your reception. It just went out, but we closed out the segment. Do you have any final words for the viewers, for anybody that wants to join the challenge?
Oh, well, awesome. Thank you. First and foremost, thank you for having us on and featuring our lovely group member and participant, Julie. And yes, for anyone who just wants to be part of this fabulous challenge, just literally just find us on Facebook, the Facebook group, Carol Wilson Fierce and Fabulous Weight Loss Challenge. It's our 30-day challenge to lose 10 pounds, up to 10 pounds in 30 days. We are only on day 8, so that they can still jump on and get started. No time like the present. So yeah.
Awesome.
Magnify your essence for all social media platforms. Dang.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Miss Carolyn. I definitely will see you in the group. And we have to plan for the finale, the Halloween finale, or we got to call it a different name, but something like that.
As I told the trick or treat. So are they
going to okay, I like that better.
Is it going to be a treat?
I like that even better.
Are they going to trick us? What's going to happen?
Something like that. Yes. Well, thank you so much, Miss Carolyn. Thank you so much. And of course, we'll be doing this next week. So we'll be looking for those who are active in our group.
I can't wait to feature
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome. You too, sis. Blessings, Queen.
Okay.
All right, guys. So let's get into our rock topic while we still have a few minutes left. Guys, we have a lot of stuff that's going on around us politically, but again, we have all month to discuss. We are just rocking our own political truth. You guys was watching the debates and all the other stuff that's going on?
Ooh, listen.
Skadoozly wop, scrown roundish. That's the scrown round hold down.
I definitely had to do the whole skidoozly wop. You feel me? I went live.
Right.
I went live on Mike Pence's self, you know. But I tell you what, I'm gonna tell you something. I learned a lot from watching both debates.
Me too.
That you know, when it all comes down to it, like people say at the end of the day, every single one of us have our own agendas. But not everybody has their own hidden agenda.
Teaching King.
See, it's a big difference. I can have an agenda to look. RockTruth has an agenda to educate, to uplift, and to promote.
Yes, sir.
Other people have hidden agendas to look like they promoting, but
come
break
on
you down.
King. Boy,
they want to make you independent. You know, they don't want you to be interdependent with anyone, including the Lord. So, you know, this is what I was, as I was listening to both sides in both different debates, I'm like, don't nobody sound like they care about what we want.
Oh my God.
Don't nobody sound like they'll say, well, you know what, America, what y'all think? What you think about what I said? What you think about what they said? It's everybody's own personal hidden agendas. And so it made me realize that certain things that these politicians do, when we benefit from it, it's mandatory that they do these things to get to their hidden agenda. You know, so I'm going to say this. I was watching real quick. I was watching Roland Martin doing an interview, and this one lady who she was locked up before. She's a black lady. She's a Trump supporter, and she was saying, well, you know, he didn't have to sign the order to release for the First Step Act to release these people. Yes, he did. Now, legally, no, he wasn't mandated to sign it, but guess why he had to sign it? Because these are steps to get to the end of his personal hidden agenda that he wants to be done.
Yeah,
it's not that he cares so much about this community. But on the other side, guess what? It's not that they care about us either, because they're using what they know about us and about how we have been treated by the other side against us. Oh, well, we're going to make y'all vote for us because we Democrats and we for y'all.
Right. Come on, King.
Wait a minute. It don't sound like neither one of the four of these people are actually vested in what we need.
Teach King.
Catish, when you going to run? When you running?
Come on, can we listen?
You know what?
I'm asking Selena to run for president and vice president.
No, my brother watches this. That's what he told me all the time. He used to say this like years ago. You need to run for mayor of the city. You need to go run for something. Like, I don't like politics. Like, I don't like that. He was like, you need to do it. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. You're gonna do it. So it's so funny you asked me that.
I'm not playing. We're more qualified than they are. We're more qualified than they are.
That's right.
I noticed is that a lot of people, you know, because, you know, they're Democrat or because she black or because she a female, she can just slide on character. Hold up. How is it that we have to be accountable in our positions, whether we're a parent, whether we're a wife or a friend, whether we have a job, whether we're a business owner, whether we're a customer, we have a accountability issue with integrity. We have to be honest. We have to be forthcoming. If we don't, we go to jail. When they're sitting here lying to us in our face on TV, smirking about it, about you about to tell a lie, like I can't read all the telltale signs, like I didn't watch Negotiator as a child. I know you lying. You look to the left. Did she look to the left? She activated the creative cortex. I'm watching you do it and you laughing about it, and I'm sitting here like, but you won't hold her to a standard or anybody on that level to a standard, but we're held to it. That's not cool. I'm with you, Apple. I'm looking for I'm sorry. I'm just going to finish. I'm looking for a candidate that lines up with what God says. Go ahead, sis.
Right.
Yep. No, the only thing I can say I saw in both debates is it was never what I'm doing. It's about the other person. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. She's not doing this. Like, what are you doing? I didn't see. I just saw a lot of hand pointing, and that's what I guess that's politics, and that's what I don't like about it. Tell me what you're gonna do.
What do we notice this behavior? We see this behavior from the beginning of the time. Where? In the fall. You did it, she did it, he did it, we did it. This same falling behavior, man, that we're supposed to be mature, adult. You know what I'm saying? We don't be
people up there. They allow themselves to be.
Ivo, before you go ahead, I want to cut in. I'm sorry. I just want to give a shout out to our Facebook user, Tamila, who has been with us the entire time. And she understands the difference with uncanny. Thank you, Tamila, for keeping up with us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Is it time to rock truth yet? Oh, okay. No, I was just going to say that these people who are in these positions, these cabinet positions, and, most of the politicians, they have allowed themselves to be consumed with their own personal agendas. And see what it is a lot of people mix in with other people. Like I just meet you, right? We got the same thing in mind. We both want to capitalize off the country's finances. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, what you got? And what you got? And then they mix it together, and that's where the pot of garbage comes from. Everybody having this devious mentality and mind frame on how to capitalize off the sweat off of our backs. Because I tell you what, if none of us wheels go to work and get this country rolling, everybody is going to fail. But it's always the little guys whose back they climb on to get to the top. You know what I mean? Like in Miss Tony's pictures, we are the crates that they standing on to make it to the top. Right. Now, when we decide to get up and move out the way, they ain't gonna be able to see over the wall either. Right. You can't see over the wall either. Don't step on my back and myself.
And stack ourselves upon up, become the crates and start stacking and keep building up until we can start over the wall. Now we can bring each other over the wall and just keep on the side.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Guys, we're going to the bottom of our hour. However, we're going to go definitely into our rock steady portion afterwards. But I do want to hit it with the final version of "I'm About to Go" by Ivo the Grand. We'll be right back after this. Shout out to RockTruth on WBNC. But we definitely want to end out on WBNC radio. Shout out to CL and Miss Bev.
This is a public service announcement. All my brothers and sisters. I'm about to go Mike Brown.
What?
I'm about to go Trayvon Martin.
What?
I'm about to go Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner.
Hey.
I'm about to go Freddie Gray. I'm about to go out Sterling, Philando Castile.
Who did it? Who did it? Who cut it? Who did that? Who did that? That's not in. Hold on. What happened? Hold on. Who did that? Because I'm in the.
I was rocking.
Because you're the only one with the button.
Right.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's me. Right.
There goes Will.
We're gonna do it again. Y'all ready?
Tell all the hype out of it now.
Here we go.
I'm about to go Mike Brown.
What?
I'm about to go Trayvon Martin. I'm about to go Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner. I'm about to go Freddie Gray. I'm about to go out Sterling, Philando Castile, Tamir Rice, because I feel like I'm not treated. I'm about to go Mike Brown. I'm about to go Trayvon Martin. I'm about to go Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner. I'm about to go Freddie Gray. I'm about to go out Sterling, Philando Castile, Tamir Rice, because I feel like I'm not treated. I'm about to go Mike Brown. 12/6/1849. Check the timeline. First state that demonstrates control and faith. Don't get in my way, because I don't mind dying. We're living in a whole different era. It ain't easy to scare us. We can easily tear up the whole foundation of this nation. Just a little demonstration to make your hair stand up. 6/19/1865. Check the timeline. Holy divine to make you change your mind. Give it all up and walk a fine line. It really get real in the field. We ain't still in the field. We the rose from the ashes. When you know why the cage bird sings and the change that it brings when you get off your asses. 4/26/1957. Check the timeline. If you think it's a game, we'll mount up and come where you at with 1,000-pound line. This
that's a whole other different kind of dream. We gonna get the job done by any type means. Whatever it takes, don't get in my way, cause we can battle, we can brawl and cause a whole scene. I'm about to go Mike Brown. I'm about to go Trayvon Martin. I'm about to go Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner. I'm about to go Freddie Gray. I'm about to go out Sterling, Philando, Castile, Lil, Tamir Rice, cause I feel like I'm not treated worthy. I'm about to go Mike Brown. I'm about to go Trayvon Martin. I'm about to go Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner. I'm about to go Freddie Gray. I'm about to go out Sterling, Philando, Castile, Lil, Tamir Rice, cause I feel like I'm not treated worthy. I'm about to go Mike Brown. I'm about to go Trayvon Martin. I'm about to go Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner. I'm about to go Freddie Gray. I'm about to go out Sterling, Philando, Castile, Lil, Tamir Rice, cause I feel like I'm not treated worthy.
I got a live wire going dead end. Why would I ever be stingy with enemies that can get all of this energy? Carry it like that, expose all they flaws or whatever they choose to pretend to be. No, I can't wait, you can follow my lead. I'm a king and I'm going in instantly. Godspeed, moving vigorously, cause I am the lyrical Dick Gregory. Good for your soul like Dr. Say, but if I go in, I got two sides. That's Dr. King getting Lil Webby. I know some cats that say life's a B, cause I balance off, yeah, she top heavy. So when I wake up, I bet the man above, they help me beat the block like a box shit. My mental is proper, I stay on my square. No weapon shall prosper. If you live as a racist, I hope you prepared. You will need a doctor. PSA to the voter and the passive aggressive. The solid don't sleep. Cause faithful that workers prepare for a casket. And the labor is cheap.
I'm about to go Mike Brown. I'm about to go Trayvon Martin. I'm about to go Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner. I'm about to go Freddie Gray. I'm about to go out Sterling, Philando, Castile, Lil, Tamir Rice, cause I feel like I'm not treated worthy. I'm about to go Mike Brown. I'm about to go Trayvon Martin. I'm about to go Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner. I'm about to go Freddie Gray. I'm about to go out Sterling, Philando, Castile, Lil, Tamir Rice, cause I feel like I'm not treated worthy. I'm about to go Mike Brown. I'm about to go Trayvon Martin. I'm about to go Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner. I'm about to go Freddie Gray. I'm about to go out Sterling, Philando, Castile, Lil, Tamir Rice, cause I feel like I'm not treated worthy. I'm about to go Mike Brown. I'm about to go Trayvon Martin. I'm about to go Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner. I'm about to go Freddie Gray. I'm about to go out Sterling, Philando, Castile, Lil, Tamir Rice, cause I feel like I'm not treated worthy. I'm about to go Mike Brown.
Yeah.
I don't ever want them. I did that so many times because I don't want nobody to ever forget those people's names.
I know that's right.
You man. That's what that was about. I don't want nobody ever to forget those people's names because the reason I picked those people because how I went in on the song was how I felt when I seen what happened to those people. And I don't want nobody ever to forget their name.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feel me?
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's the thing.
I love that song.
Is that your first time here?
I saw when he had it on Facebook and I listened to it a couple times like, ooh,
yeah.
He's like I've always been good anyway. You know, I've been listening to Ivo since nobody was listening to Ivo. So I tell y'all, I'm always gonna rap. So
I know tell y'all what though, those three particular dates were the first one was the second time Harriet Tubman escaped because the first time it was her and that guy they escaped but they went back. But that the second time, the 12/6/1845, when I say check the timeline, if you Google all of those dates, you'll find out what it is. But the first date was when Harriet Tubman escaped for good. The second date was Juneteenth, the actual Juneteenth, Juneteenth. And the last date was when Malcolm X took 1,000 men and marched down and went and got that guy that the police had beat. When he stared them police down. And they let that guy up out of there that they beat and they took him down to the hospital.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
If anybody Googles those dates, that's what's gonna come up.
Yeah. That song, they go hard. It do.
It does. Yeah.
It's that I ain't feeling worthy. I love that word. Worthy. Yeah, make you think you need a worthers. You know, I don't know.
Do you know what a worthers is?
Oh my goodness. It's a word.
You don't know. Yeah, why would he need the Werthers if his throat is scratchy?
I don't know.
He would need a Halls.
And there goes Will.
Let's get back into rock and political truth, and that's part about political truth. I mean, they were talking about the Breonna case, and whether or not justice was sought in her case. A lot of celebrities, they were now going back and forth in reference to whether her case was on the same level as everybody else's, or if this was considered something different based on the information that was presented before us. What are we thinking? Anybody?
I think it comes a point in time where morals have to kick in, and you have to say, listen, let's forget all of the toy words that you want to use, because I'm gonna say this. We can say, hey, look, listen, did you guys have a no-knock order? They say yes. Okay, what judge did you get it from? You go talk to that judge and you find out, look, is what they saying about you true? Let's stop all of the conclusions and everything. We want straight answers. We're gonna give straight questions.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more of that needs to come into play, because that's a sign of morality. Like, you got some kind of morals about yourself. Like, listen, look, no, don't do that. You weren't supposed to do that. So somebody has to suffer, because what you did, was this the right person's address? Did anybody do a check to make sure? Did you guys surveil the area? Did anybody see this person going in? You didn't? Guess what? You're in trouble. That's it. That's all.
That's it.
That's it. That's all.
Again, accountability. Like, we're supposed to have a level of accountability. Like, you got to think of them in terms of, if this is your doctor, you guys are supposed to be professionals. This is what you profess. Like, this is all you should know. You should be an executor, a profession. What do you call it? A professor, like in a college of what it is that you guys are doing. So I know that when you were talking about the military police and how all they do is read the regulations and guidelines. Like, what else? What are y'all doing? What is it that y'all doing?
Yeah. But we also have to remember that accountability is always going to feel like an attack when you don't want to face your own behavior.
Right.
Because what I find not interesting about this, but what is really uncanny is that this is behavior that they probably take part in on a regular basis. So therefore, any type of taking accountability is going to feel like they're attacking me.
Yeah.
Anytime they don't want to release any information from the grand jury, okay, you're afraid of what we're going to see.
Right.
You don't want to come to terms with the fact that this is regular practice.
Yeah.
This is what you've done before, and this is just the one time.
Right.
And now it's out in the open. The protest is backfired. Now your face is on the news. It's no longer just about, we served a warrant and somebody happened to get killed. It's like, oh no, this person has a name, has a face. We now know something about this person's life. This now has, it has feet, it has legs, it has a soul, right? And so now it's awakening the conscience that should have already been there.
Yeah.
Come on.
It all boils down to value. It boils down to value, because if this, and I had a guy at work. I said, do you really think this would have been the same situation if it was in a upper class, middle class neighborhood with white picket fences and green grass and all? No, the situation wouldn't happen. You know why? Never. Because they wouldn't have approached it the same way.
No, that's right. They would have checked the address.
They would have definitely checked the address. They're like, we gotta go get who, where?
Okay.
Right. They would have knocked. It wouldn't have been a no-knock warrant. They would have knocked.
Right.
They would have knocked. That's right. Yeah. They would have been like, can you step outside? Yeah. Right. It's one of those.
Because it goes down to value. It goes down to value. I mean, it's just as simple as that. And you know what's really put out? I almost was about to say it comes down to the value of your skin. It's not the skin anymore. It's the community. And I'm realizing that because of where I live at right now. Right? I live in Portage. I live in a predominantly white city on a predominantly white block. Right?
Yeah.
So when the cops come through here, they don't even look at me.
Right.
They look at where the crime is. They go into where the community is. Because I've had a few times the house next door get raided because of what they was doing. They white folks though.
Right.
But again, it's the community. Like you said, they knock.
Well, and another reason I kind of think, they don't be looking at you because like the sun be shining, so like your skin tone look a little bit,
So you said I can play both ways.
Yeah, because he's like,
if I hit the sun, I get the sun.
You know what? Give you a little bit,
Right.
Will.
That ain't no black boy. Don't worry about him.
Hey, but you know what though?
You're not a threat, Will.
Hey, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you something though. You know, I say a lot of stuff that be controversial sometimes, and I'm gonna tell you this. I have never ended up all the time. I have never ended up in one of these bad predicaments. And I first of all, I want to say that's God's hand and his angels on me and on my life, because he knows, what he got for me to do. Number one. Number two, when I have encountered the police, I'm gonna tell you like this: like if I go out here right now and they pull me over and I know it's bogus,
Yep. There you go,
sir. Let's go to jail. Let's go to jail. Because listen, let me tell you something. And while we ride in the jail, I'm in the back seat. Hey, let me tell you what's about to happen to y'all, okay? If indeed you get here and you find out you got the wrong person, I ain't gonna lie and say you beat me, but you find out you got the wrong person. I want you to start counting from the time that you put me in the back of this car and count your time. I want you to count about how much money you think you're finna lose out on and get your department sued for blocking me from what I had to go do. Now listen, I want you to understand this. Pain and suffering is coming. They gonna be like, let him go. Let him go. See, so basically my whole reasoning for saying that is what the RockTruth show does. Education, people. What Catish Toney does. Education, people. Listen, what Miss Tanya does. Education, people. I hate to. I don't hate to say it. I do not hate to say it. I love to say it. My people, you cannot do anything successful without education. So stop telling your kids and their friends that, oh, you ain't gotta go to school. Stop telling your friends that, man, college ain't for everybody. Listen, let me tell you something. Any free knowledge is for all of us.
Come on. Hey,
these are the reasons why we are stuck in the predicaments that we are in. If you just take a little scroll up YouTube and just type in a cop gets owned, you will see how educated people are when they talk to these folk with their chest out like this and like that. That's why white people can step out the car and go off. Because those cops don't know who they know, who they kin to, or what they know.
Right.
See, you pull over a judge or a lawyer or a prosecutor that know what they know, and they're gonna get out their car and talk to you, they're gonna say, do you know who I am?
Right.
You ran my plates. Right. You know who I am?
Right.
Come on. No, we don't know who you are. Give me your ID. Once they get the ID and they come back, I'm sorry, sir. Because they know.
Apologize.
That's it.
They know who they talking to. So this is what I'm saying. This ain't the 60s and the 50s and 40s anymore. They are respecting black folk who like that as well. But you have to have the right approach when it comes to this. So you got to start out. You got to start out from Miss Tanya's era and work into Miss Tony's era, and then come and see us in Miss Selena's era. Then you gotta listen in Will's era, and then you can come sing in Ivo's era.
I like how you make yourself laugh.
Fluttered up.
I got a question. Miss Tony, I'm not sure how much in detail that you want to share or not, but I do remember in the interview you stated that you had been shot before. Yeah, would you like to expound a little bit on that? You've been shot. I know. I want to be like almost like slightly ignorant in this moment, but like seriously, you're beautiful.
Only slightly
beautiful. You're a black woman, like slightly ignorant, because this is an ignorant comment, but in a sense, it's not though. Like you're a beautiful black woman. You don't look like you've been shot. You don't look like you've been through any. So to say you've been shot, girl, shot, bullet,
that goes into
it. Not beaten. Not no.
She said not BB.
No, and I'm probably. You know what? I'm probably gonna bust your head even harder when I tell you it's not one time but two times.
Whoa!
Different times.
Oh God.
So this goes into what I said about when you don't have anything in your neighborhood to do but hang outside and do stuff you probably don't have no business doing. Yeah. And not even saying that I was doing that, but I was out in the streets. You know, like everything was fun outside, so I hung out outside with everybody else who was out there. That was fun. That's what we consider fun. Hang out with your friends and just chill, right?
Right.
So one of the times I was 12 when I got shot the first time. What? Yeah, so I was out on the corner hanging out where everybody else hangs. And, you know, during that time frame in the early, what was that, the early 90s? Because I was going to the 7th grade when I got shot. Somebody drove by and did a drive-by. You know, it was normal. You know, it was just a bunch of people outside. I would say the range was, my age was 12 and up to 20-something. Somebody parked on the corner, and I guess they was bored, and they just decided they wanted to shoot at somebody. I don't know who they were shooting at. Still to this day, don't know who did it. But I got shot in my leg, which is my femur bone, the biggest bone in my body. So I had to learn how to walk all over again.
Wow.
Because it broke my bone in half. So I had to learn how to walk all over again. Then when I was 14, I got shot by somebody playing with a gun. So, you know, it's normal. Wow. It's normal. Listen, go back to what we consider normal.
Right.
You know, being in the hood, having a gun is normal.
Yeah.
You go to a party in the hood, everybody got a gun.
Right.
You know, like it's normal. So, but when you have kids with guns, because this person was only 14, just like I was.
Right.
Playing with a gun, thought it wasn't loaded. It was. It went off in my back. So I got shot in my back.
Oh my God.
So it was a hollow tip bullet busted in my stomach. I had to go to surgery. They had to take it all out, you know, take all the pieces out. I could have died if it was just this much closer to my spine. I either could have been I either could have been crippled or dead. And both times I came out of it fine. You know, so it's almost like at that time I knew it was something more I needed to do. I didn't know what it was at that time. When you're young, you know, when you're 12 and 14, you're just like, why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
Right.
And it's mainly happening to you because you're just in the neighborhood. This is what happens. You see Chicago, kids dying left and right, people getting shot all the time. This is where we live. And again, people need more. People need more.
Yes,
and that's
they do.
kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing, because it's a passion for me, because I want to do more. People don't have the experience. You're not out in the streets.
Right.
You done talk to somebody and say, okay, we're done for the day. We can go to a college visit. We can go somewhere else.
That's it.
Or anything. So that you're not in these streets.
Right.
Because in the streets breeds violence sometimes. I hate to say it, but that's where we come from. It breeds
it does.
It's the environment. Your environment tells you how your actions that you take.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody walking around with a gun, somebody's gonna get shot.
And you know what? That's crazy because nobody ever knew that I got shot when I was young.
What? Okay, what happened?
I was
not
trying
like
out.
that. No, you know, we.
I was.
Okay.
I was out there. I was trying out for Kennedy King's basketball team, and we was on our way to go get the physical. And when we got to the hospital, I got a TB shot.
Okay. I'm not.
I don't like you.
Hey.
And I should be a fool because I'm over here listening. Never get shot. So I'm over here I'm like this, like what? Tell me more.
No, hey, see, Catish wasn't supposed to fall for it. This girl was supposed to fall for that one because she knew me my whole life.
That's why I was like, what is he talking about?
No.
That,
you got what?
That was good.
No, you know what? I'm gonna tell you why I did that. I'm gonna tell you why I did that because that's my sister, and I know about those times and what happened with her. And you know, I get emotional real fast, but I get like deeply emotional, so I had to like switch lanes real quick. You know what I mean? I'm being here like this here, man. I don't like that.
Like, okay.
You know what I mean? I had to switch lanes.
People like when somebody not treated worthy. I'll tell you.
Okay.
That's so cute.
Hey, I stayed right around the corner from it. I heard about both times.
Wow.
Our faces though, like you had us all like we were really like.
Look, because you were sitting there like, Will got it first. He like,
all right.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just really mad that I was listening. I'm like, I ain't never heard this. Look, Cornelia never told me that.
right.
Oh wow!
Miss Tanya probably got it the worst because she don't know nobody.
Right.
What?
Like, wait.
What? TV shot? Like, what? Please tell me the flame throws. You know, like,
you like never go to Gary. Everybody in Gary get shot.
Right.
Oh, I tell you, I have the most fun when I be coming on here, man. I'm telling you, man.
That was good. That was a good way to transition us.
Oh my God.
That was definitely great. That was definitely great. Oh my God. Yes. Okay. So, well, kudos to you, sis. I mean, I would have never known, seriously. And what you saying about the stuff that's going on with the children and them just getting shot. They just targets, like that, you know, that, and that's another thing too. I don't want to go too much into it, but that's like another issue. The children. You know what I'm saying? If we can't even think about ourselves, think about the decisions you're making for children.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, yes.
Mental health is necessary too.
You
know, that's something that I'm
last week. She's right.
Mental health is big. These kids need someone to talk to. These families need to understand how serious it is. To make sure that we're doing everything we can to wrap our hands around the youth who need to talk to somebody, who need to get it out. Sometimes you need to go and get that help and that additional support because that also is necessary. I just can't say it enough. The people, especially Black people, don't take it seriously. We think it's, they just tripping. No, sometimes somebody needs to go and talk, you know, like two people get those support. So that's something that I'm realizing is a big issue as well. I just wanted to put that out.
You're right. You're definitely right. You're clicking on all cylinders with that one because we just had a guest on last week talking about that in particular.
Yep. The same thing in reference to, mental health and the importance of talking with the children. Because again, people, I probably just in this field, you know, people, it seems as if they don't take into account that they are people, the house just smaller. You know what I'm saying? They just got a tiny house.
You're right.
Smaller house. It's not like there's a person still with the same emotions, feelings, going through the same thing you're going through. For them, it could be extremely massive. For you, because you're older and you've dealt with things and gone through stuff, it's something like it's just small and nothing to get over. But they need you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very imperative. I'm telling you, if not for nobody, for this next generation, like it's on us now. Like we are that generation now. It's just time for us to take our place in the circle of life for real. And I was serious about run for something because apparently we're the qualified people. We're the most mature people in the room. Like we were talking about earlier, watching the debates. I'm sitting here watching like a high school rivalry. We went from the ghetto school. That was the ghetto school. The first one, they just ghetto, and then the next one, they just highbrow. It was just a highbrow argument. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I seen better debates in the cafeteria at the high school. Like, what? Terrible.
I was like, what? It makes you question, like, who am I going to vote for? Like, who's getting my vote? Who is deserving of my vote? Like, I really can't tell you that right now.
Right. And that's a child number one, a child number two.
Yeah. I tell you what, and I'm honestly sticking by this. My vote is for God. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I walk around here worry free.
Yeah.
God started training me when I was doing drugs and alcohol and and I just didn't care about nothing. That was training because, you know, a lot of people, once they come out of doing things that affected their lives, once they get positive, sometimes they go too much. It's always, I got to keep busy so I don't go back to that. Yeah. I was in training. God had me in training. So I can say, hey, look, listen, I'm not worried about nothing.
Yeah.
He brought me out of that. I'm going to sit down and relax and wait to do what he tell me to do. I'm not worried about who to vote for or vote for what. Because guess what? I'm going to tell you this. Whatever happens, whomever gets it, where they get, no one is going to completely stop the problems.
No one is
gonna automatically give you your life is not gonna, your soul ain't gonna be saved, your life ain't gonna go from 0 to 100 real quick. Nobody has the power to solve the whole world's problems.
No,
they're gonna continue to be problems. So guess what? I'll look upstairs and be like, God, please help them. Whomever you put in the White House,
That's it.
And whatever your will be, let it be done.
That's
Right.
it.
That's
For what?
That's the truth.
I'm not here to please nobody else. Well, if you don't vote, listen, I vote, but I vote for God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let God appoint whoever he gonna point up in there. That don't mean everybody's supposed to do what I do, but me personally, no, I ain't got time for it. God, I'm watching it, and I'm like, now one of them don't fit for me.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's one thing that I wanted to kind of look at today. I don't know where Will went, but I think that the screen. Oh, there he goes. Will, if you can pull that screen up, I wanted to definitely kind of like show today our viewers and kind of discuss like what it is that we should be doing in reference to choosing a candidate. Okay, like we do have standard. It's not like we've been left out here manual lists. Okay, the manufacturer gave us a particular manual for how things work, how things should operate, X, Y, and Z. We are to put those particular people in place in order to cultivate the lifestyle he told us, which was i.e. heaven, right? So when you look at their positions, like for instance, you go to when they're talking about abortion. One issue that they're talking about is abortion. Let me go to it. Where is it? Carbon fuel. Here we go. So in reference to it's abortion
under healthcare.
Under healthcare, yeah. I got it. I grabbed it. So for Joe Biden, he's pro. He's for abortions, and he's for women having the right to choose. Where you have Trump, on the other hand, who's not for abortions. However, he does have exceptions for when an abortion can take place. So then you take those same pros and cons, and then you take them, and all you do is align them with what God's manual said that we should do. And in reference to abortions, he says, you kill him in the womb, I kill him in the street. It's as simple as that. And so when you align that there, you can't vote for a candidate that's going against policy in the kingdom. It's kingdom customary not to kill. We're about life culture. So with him saying that Trump even saying I'm pro-life, no, sir. We're pre-life. We've already decided that life matters. We're not for it going forward. We're for it in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to kind of show like, okay, yes, we have these candidates, but it does not mean that we have to vote for them. I saw Kanye West as an independent. I saw other bunch of different people as green, independents. And we could be kingdom. We could rep God. We can rep his policies, everything he stands for, the way in which how schools should go, healthcare is supposed to go, because he left it in his manual. We just don't read it. You know what I'm saying? But he left it, and we can have our own candidate that lines up with proper principles and character, like they teach us and told us that we have to have. And what we're accountable for, because he's still holding us accountable, whether anybody else do something. So I definitely want to kind of like show when anything in life that you have going on, you just take that one issue and you align it with his manual. And if it don't add up to what he says, like we were talking about with the word independent, we ain't in agreement. It ain't about you agreeing or not. It's about we being in agreement. If we ain't in agreement, we can't.
And you know what? I've never heard any of them when they say, "What are your takes on abortion?" You know what? Nobody ever says.
What?
Nobody ever says, "I'm against abortion, but I'm for sex education."
Teach me.
How about teaching them how not to have all these babies and how not to get pregnant? Come on, that's common sense, man.
The consequences of, the real results of, the emotional attachments. Like you think you just had that one act, you didn't stem an emotional attachment that you can't break. That you can't break. You wonder why you walk around crazy that I don't know what men and women. It ain't just walk.
Yes.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. This is something my pastor told us. This is something my pastor told the congregation in 2019. He said, "Never make a permanent decision in a temporary state of mind."
Yes.
You feel me? It makes so much sense on a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
Miss Tanya, I know you gotta go. You want to go ahead and say goodbye?
Well, bye, everybody. It was so good to do the show with you, Miss Tony. I am so glad. I finally got to put a face with a name. Okay,
I know, right?
Messaging. And yes, that was great. So I look forward to working with you in the future. And goodbye to everyone. See you later.
All right.
Bye, boo. We love you. Have a great
Spirit
weekend.
fingers.
That's it.
Spirit fingers. Yes, Miss Tony, we normally just kind of rock out a little bit on our subject matter in the after show. So I don't know if you have to go or anything, or you want to, we probably got about 30 minutes and we're out too. But I don't know if you want to continue on or you want to.
I gotta go and cut out because I've been yelling at my kids on the side.
Cool. We might be right after you. We normally just rock on truth with the guest or whatever. So we might be right behind you, but we want to thank you. I want to know if you have any final thoughts, any contact information, anything that you want people out here to know or how they
social media handles and everything.
I definitely want to say I do have a Facebook. It's Coates Inc. My website is coatesinc.org. That's COATESINC.org. Reach out to me if there are students who need support. Reach out to me. I'm willing to help anyone, and not just students, but adults who want to get back into the workforce or change your career, anything like that. I'm open to it. And for you all and anyone else who's listening who wants to be a partner, if you have something you want to share, if you have some career information you want to share, if you have interview skills that you want to share with anything that you can provide it to any youth, I'm looking for partners. I'm looking for volunteers. So reach out to me and I'll be ready to do some work for these kids. So thank you so much, guys, for having me. This was great. I really appreciate it.
All right. Awesome.
Absolutely. We will definitely be in touch with you. I was already thinking about definitely partnering with you. I'm creating some curriculum in reference to, it's not a non-for-profit, but it's definitely a parenting education firm in a sense. And it's called A Voice for Lavelle. And so we're doing parenting education from a Kingdom perspective. I'm adding in curriculum called, what I call it? Courtroom etiquette. So we're going to do a courtroom etiquette that's not just for when you go to court, but also when you're in the presence or the courts of the Most High. So we're going to be, formulating some curriculum that we want to definitely shoot out to your students or people that are out there. So I want to partner with you. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm not saying no to anything. Everybody wants to do something. Even y'all doing radio, we get a student on here to help y'all out. Anything. I'm
right.
I know you got young rappers you want to join in. Hey, let's do that too.
There's a lot of them that come across me that need some help.
To move them too. So
I'm
gonna be tapping in. Don't tell me that. I'll be reaching out.
Hey, look, listen.
Absolutely. We will. I'm serious. I'm too serious. The Lakers are in 5. Dinner is on the table. King needs to hit.
Okay. All right. Y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all later.
Yes, peace and deuces. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and get ready to get out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. Thank you to Miller Barksdale. We saw Miss Kim was on the line. Shout out to the Indiana Community Connection. We saw Tyron Joe. Shout out to Tyron joining us on today. Everybody else who was on that we didn't get a chance to see or talk to. Miss Carolyn, Miss Julie, shout out to Miss Katisha. Oh my God, shout out to Moyes and Shantae and JB and Seal KT. RockTruth, y'all, or absolutely nothing at all. Peace.
Peace.